be sure to have a bolster or a folded up blanket close by. Here you go, Lucy. Lay down. Come into a seat that feels pretty comfortable for you. You may want to sit on your folded up blanket or your bolster or your pillow. Take a few big deep breaths and roll your shoulders up and back. Move your head around a little bit, just seeing how you're feeling this morning. Notice how your deep breaths feel. Notice if you're holding any tension in your shoulders or in your back. And then bring all of your awareness to your breath. Notice where you're feeling the movement in your body from your breath. And notice if you could bring it in a little deeper so you're feeling your belly and your low back expand and contract. Close your eyes. Make your breath smooth and even. Relax the muscles of your face and jaw, neck and collarbone. And then come to hands and knees and start to move through cat and cow. Draw your shoulders back, look forward, take a big breath in. Then your exhale, round your spine. And just start to go back and forth with your breath. Can you begin your movement from your pelvis and take it up each vertebrae, bringing your neck into it last, and then start back down at your pelvis again. So you can bring all of your awareness to your spine and just notice how your back feels. And then you can start to fan your awareness out through your ribs, shoulders, and hips. Walk your hands around. You can externally rotate your arms or internally. You can try both ways. And then press down with your hands. Take a few passes at cat and cow in this way. Rock around on your wrists, tuck your toes, stretch your feet. Just a few more breaths here. Make your way to down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Keep moving and exploring. Walk the backs of your legs out, nod your head yes and no. Begin to take small steps and walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Forward fold, bend your knees and hang here. You can widen your steps by kind of wiggling your feet away from each other. You may even want to turn your toes out a little bit. Just see what feels best for you. You want to find length in your spine. Feel free to sway around or walk your hands around. Can you let your head hang heavy here? On your next inhale, reach up and bring your arms down by your sides. Feet are about hip width apart. Roll your shoulders up and back. Settle into mountain pose here. Lift your toes, spread your toes, and then set them down. Distribute the weight evenly through your feet. Just work your way from your feet up through the crown of your head, lifting. Fine-tune your posture here, using just the right amount of effort and no more. Feeling grounded and steady. On your inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. 5 deep breaths here in plank. On your next exhale, lower yourself down to the mat. Prop yourself up on your forearms. So here in Sphinx, you can just kind of relax here, letting your body, your spine rest in a back bend, or you can take a little movement, maybe drifting your shoulders from side to side. You can also move your head around a little bit, check out your neck. On your next exhale, lower yourself down. Push up to high plank and back to down dog. Exhale here and down dog. And with your inhale, walk or tiptoe your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa, high plank to low plank with an exhale. Upward facing dog. You may want to stay here for an extra breath or two. And then go back to down dog. Take your time. Move to the rhythm of your breath and move your awareness around your body in your yoga practice this morning, seeing how you're feeling. One more breath here. With your next inhale, walk, step, or jump your feet up to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Move with your breath. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank, step or jump back. Take your vinyasa, high plank to low. Upward facing dog, back to down dog. Smooth and even breaths here and down dog. One more exhale, bend your knees, lift your hands, walk, step, or jump, feet to hands, half lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank, take your vinyasa. Step your right foot forward, warrior two. Then your left heel down. Bring your arms up. Start with your feet and take your awareness up your body. You want to root down, feel the outside edge of your left foot. Feel your arches engage and lift your pelvic floor. And then turn your palms up and relax through your collarbone and jaw. Reverse warrior, right arm up and back. Extended side angle. Use your exhale to bring your right forearm to the top of your right knee, left arm up by your ear. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib and sink your hips down. Can you still root down with the outside edge of your left foot back there? And then you can take your right arm out, or you can use it at the inside of your right knee to kind of guide your hip and chest open a little more. Keep drawing the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Core stability is activated. It's really strong here. Come into low lunge with an exhale. Look forward, take a little movement, rock from front to back. And then bring your left knee down. You can relax your left foot and kind of press it down into the mat, or you can keep your toes tucked here. I'm going to slowly come up. Bring your hands to your right knee, see how that feels. Left hip is coming forward, so you should be feeling a nice stretch in the front of your left hip, but you're rooting down with both feet, so you're using control and strength here through your hips. Bring your arms up, and if you'd like, you can kind of draw your shoulder blades together on your back and take a little back bend, lifting your chest and expanding through your ribs. On an exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step your feet together at the top of your mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Exhale your arms down by your sides. Reach up with your inhale. Exhale into chair. Sit back, shift your weight into your heels, lengthen your toes, draw your energy down. Feel the strength in your ankles and knees. On an exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank, take your vinyasa. Take a couple breaths in downward dog. Bring your left foot forward, warrior two. Root down with your feet, engage your arches, pull your femur bones into your pelvis, lengthen your spine, and then turn your palms up and soften through your shoulders and jaw. You still want lots of energy here through your arms and hands, but you don't need to use a bunch of tension up here in your neck and chest. Reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Big inhale here. And then come into extended side angle. Bring your left forearm down, come into it slowly. Left forearm comes to the top of your left knee. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. And you can start to get into the hip opener a little more once you've got your core stability engaged. You can bring your hips down. Right arm's right up by your right ear. You may want to challenge your strength by bringing your left arm out or putting it to the inside of your left knee to expand through your chest and hip. And come into low lunge. Take a little movement in your lunge, look forward. Lower your back knee. Hips are going forward, you're rooting down with your feet. And gently come up, bring your hands to your left knee. See how that feels. Maybe your hands stay here, or maybe you bring your arms up. Try a little back bend here. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. They're sinking, shoulders are down away from your ears. Expand through your ribs, chest up. Gaze up. And bring your hands down to the mat. Rebuild your low lunge. Step your feet together at the top of your mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Exhale your arms down by your sides. Reach up and sit back for chair. This time in chair, rock your way back into your heels, draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib, then see if you can keep that core engagement and come up onto your balls of your feet. You can bring your arms out in front of you and maybe bend your knees a little more, kind of like you're sliding your back down a wall. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank, take your vinyasa. Couple more breaths here in down dog. We're going to walk our hands back to our feet. You can kind of rock your hips from side to side, walking your hands back, all the way back to your feet. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Forward fold. If you'd like, you can hug your calves here, or take a 2-finger grip around your big toes and kind of work your chest down your legs. Two more breaths, long exhales here. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale your arms down by your side for mountain. Reach up. Step your right foot forward, pyramid pose. Take a big inhale, and on your exhale, reach and come down slow. Put a little bend in your front knee. And drop your left hip forward and down. Take a little movement. Maybe rock your weight from your front foot to your back foot. You can lift your toes and engage your shins a little more. Take a halfway lift here. Lengthen your spine. Pull your belly button in and up. Inhale. Exhale, go back down, back into pyramid, a little deeper. We're going to take revolved pyramid. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Twist to your right. So you can plant your left hand kind of right below your face. Take your right arm up, or you can just bring your right hand to your hip. On your next exhale, bring your right hand down. We'll take a modified version of triangle. Turn your left foot out. You can bring your right hand to your right ankle, left arm up. And you can take a little movement here. You might want to move your left arm or kind of swing your torso. Very gentle, slow movement. On your next exhale, bring your left hand down. Both hands are on the mat. Step your feet together, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Exhale your arms down by your sides. Reach up with your inhale. Step your left foot forward. Go down, keep a long spine, coming into pyramid, moving with your breath. Exhaling forward and down. And adding a little movement here. happens when you draw your right hip forward and down. With an inhale, lengthen your spine, take a half lift here. And go right back to work in pyramid pose. Try lifting your toes. Revolved pyramid. Plant your right hand, lengthen your spine. You may want to come up onto your right fingertips, left arm up. Bend your knees if you need to. Lengthen your spine with your inhale. With your exhale, twist. Bring your left hand down. Modified triangle. Turn your right toes out. You can plant your left hand on your left shin or ankle, right arm up. And take a little movement here, just going into it really slow. You can feel that rotation in your hips. Find a little length in the back of your left leg. You can kind of swing your torso around or move your right shoulder a bit. And on your exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. Step your feet together, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Exhale your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Press your palms together. Bring your hands down to heart center. Take tree. Shift your weight onto your right foot. And bring your left foot up the inside of your right leg. All of your awareness is right here with your breath. You can stay here in tree, or if you want to create a little more flowing movement, you can inhale your arms up and take your left heel back, coming into like a warrior three shape. You could also bring your hands down to the mat for standing splits. Maybe adding the bind of reaching back with your right hand to your left foot. If you've decided to kind of flow in movement, make your way back to tree. Nice and slow with your breath. And then gently step out of it. Take a little movement. Let go of any tension in your legs. Set up for the other side now. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Come into tree, press your palms together at heart center. Use your relaxed gaze, your drishti. Stay in tree or create a little movement. You can create movement in tree too just by changing your gaze or moving your arms. Maybe you chose to go into warrior three last time. You want to try it on this side, maybe. Any movement you want to take here. Make your way back to tree if you traveled away from it. Gently step out of it. Take a little movement. down and at the top of your mat, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank, 5 deep breaths in plank. Breath is smooth and even. Take one more. And on your next exhale, lower yourself down to the mat. Setting up for shoulder roll. Take your left arm out. Use your right hand to roll yourself back. One more inhale. Come back on the front side of your body. Take your right arm out. Guide yourself back. Nice and slow. Smooth and even breaths. Make your way back onto the front side of your body. Center yourself on the mat. Let's take locust pose here, like it's kind of a more gentle version of locust. So you want to first kind of internally rotate your legs so your knees and toes are pointing towards each other a little bit. Arms are down, palm down in a low V. Rest on your chin. On your inhale, push down with your hands and lift your legs. Internally rotate. Lift your legs nice and high. And then with your next inhale, lift your chest and arms. Reach back. Strengthen your back here. Lift a little more thigh up. Hold it there. Breath is smooth. Inhale, lift another rib up off the mat. Hold it up. But don't hold your breath. Keep your breath smooth and even. One more inhale, lift it up nice and high. And then on your exhale, lower down. Push up and back for child one. In child one, knees stay kind of close together, maybe about hip width apart. Hips back towards your heels. Tuck your chin into your chest and round your back. Arms come down by your sides. Just rest here. If this feels weird on your neck, try tucking your chin into your chest a little deeper. You may find that you actually rest on the very top of your head. On your next inhale, slowly roll up to sitting back on your heels. We will take camel now. Come up on your knees. Knees go wide, a little wider than hip width apart, just a little wider than hip width apart. Bring your hands to your low back. You want to tuck your tail in this one, so you're pointing your tailbone down, pubic bone is kind of pointing it up. So you really want to tuck here, draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib, so your whole core and your hips are engaged. You can lengthen the front side of your body. So from your pubic bone, you're lifting up with your pubic bone. Lengthen from there, up through your throat. You can kind of look up. You can even let your head hang back if that feels okay. You can reach back and grab your heels. Give yourself a little break, come out of it. Come to hands and knees. Let's take child 2 now. Knees go wide. Rest your hips back by your heels, arms out, and bring your forehead to the mat. 5 smooth, even breaths. On your next inhale, rise up and make your way back to down dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands, sit back and lay back. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Hug your left leg in and up. Find a big stretch through your right glutes. You may even want to tip over to the left a little bit. Flex your foot and ankles. Keep it active down there, but try to relax through your glutes on your right side. Come back to center, lower your left foot. Keep your right foot crossed over your left thigh. Use your left hand to kind of guide your right foot down to the floor. Right knee points up. Bring your right hand to your right hip. This is where you want to be feeling the stretch. Try to relax through your right hip. Let your low back on your right side get heavy down towards the mat. Smooth, deep breaths. Come back to center. Unravel your legs, change sides. Cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Hug it in. Find a big stretch in your left glutes. And maybe you tip over to the right a little bit to intensify it. One more long exhale. Release your right foot back down to the mat. Use your right hand to guide your left foot over to the floor on your right side. Left knee points up to the ceiling. You want to feel it in the outside of your left hip. Try to relax as much as you can here. Come back to center and lower your right leg all the way down to the mat. Hug your left knee up, give it a good squeeze, in and up. Guide it across your body for supine twist. Right knee goes across. You stretch your right arm out if you'd like. Inhale, lengthen your spine. You may want to look down your right arm. Just let this be a relaxing twist for you. One more exhale. On your inhale, come back to center. We're gonna go for the right foot now. We're gonna take a half happy baby. So you can just guide your right knee out, or you can reach for your foot and guide your foot out. You can take your leg straight out, or you can keep your knee bent. A combo of both is probably what's best. Opening up and exploring through the right hip. And release your right leg. All the way down to the mat. Hug your left knee up. Give it a good squeeze, in and up. Guide it across your body for supine twist. Take as deep a breath as you can here. Bring your left knee back to center. You can guide your left knee out or reach down for your left foot, half happy baby. You can pull down and compress at your left hip. You can kind of stretch out your left leg or do a little bit of both. bring your leg back to center. Stretch both feet down and then walk your feet up. We're going to grab our bolster or support here under your pelvis. Place your support and put your feet up for a supported inversion. Once your legs are up in the air, you can just become still here, taking as deep a breath as you can, or you can add a little movement, rotate your ankles, or you may want to incorporate another hip opener, taking your legs out. Gently and slowly start to lower your legs down. Keep the support under your hips. You may need to kind of adjust where it lands under your hips. Find a big back bend, or a gentle back bend, I guess I should say. A big stretch in the front of your hips. You can take your arms up if you want, finding length in the front of your body. And then set up for Shavasana. You may want to just lift your hips and push your bolster down or your blanket down under your knees. Tuck your shoulder blades together under your back. Let your arms and legs be long and loose and allow your body to get completely still here. Begin to deepen your breath. And gently rock your head over to one side, very slowly, massaging your scalp as you go. Take it over the other way. Take a little movement with your feet and hands, and then make your way onto your side and up to a seat. Thank you very much for joining me for yoga. Have a wonderful day. Love to you. Namaste. Thanks, guys.